Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. We got the handle done on the rod we were doing yesterday. We just did that video, how to install the handle on a split grip. We're zoomed in a little closer today, because today we're gonna lay this rod out. I'm gonna move that out of the way. See, here on my bench, I have this blank marked out. I do a lot of these type of blanks, so I already have them marked out pretty much where the guides are gonna go on these ones. They're all at about the same on this in particular blank, because obviously we do these blanks. I do these blanks all the time. So I'm just gonna lay this on. I'm gonna lay it on the ruler I got here, and then I am going to put a piece of tape on this thing where my first guide's gonna go, and then we're gonna lay out a rod wrap on this part of the blank. Okay. And I'm just going to put a piece of tape here because I know that this is where, and that is 48 inches right there. And this, I know that this is going to go right here like that. So I'm going to want to stop back in here somewhere on it, because that's going to end up sitting there. So when I tie off this wrap, the goal is to cut my wrap here and then tie off and wrap this guide right onto the rod. This rod's going to have 8 guides plus the tip, and I'm going to do this type of hook keeper to put down here. This one will go down here like this. Maybe down here for putting the hook on. And that'll, well, it'll go this way actually, because I'm going to tie off this way. It's stronger that way. Anyways, we're going to do something like that. I'm going to save these little pieces here. So, now, this is where the controversy begins. So, let's see what we can't figure out here. Now, they say to wrap a piece of tape. Let me see if I can get this down here. To wrap a piece of tape around. Let me get a couple of my stands. Alright, yeah, let's put this up on some stands. Or we just put a couple stands here just to get it up higher. Okay. What they say to do is wrap a piece of tape around the butt of it. And then cut the tape. And that will, okay, we can get that out of the way now. I'm going to go metric on this. But if we put that right there, as you can tell, that is 3.5. Thing don't zoom in very good, sorry. But that's 3.5. I always go 4 when I'm doing this rod blank. So what we'll do here is I've got this tool I got here from mudhole.com. Big shout out to them. I get a lot of products from them. It is very dusty because I have not used it in a long time. So let's get the dust off this and we'll go from there. Well, what this does is it's got a groove here, and then you push that down and it locks onto the rod blank. So what I'm going to do is put my rod in here. Get that rod stand out of the way now. Oop, it popped out because alright, let's put that back in there. And it holds it. It's a perfect straight line down that blank too. So, we got a light on this side of it. There we go. Let's get this out the way and let's see if we can't find a marker. Let's use this guy. I don't recommend using permanent marker. I normally use Crayola washable markers. They seem to work good for me because you can always just scratch them off. Matter of fact, let's see if the gray shows up on this rod. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. And it don't show up worth a damn. So that's why we're gonna go with. Let's see if the black shows up at least. Oh yeah, we can use the black and we can wipe it off with our fingers. Perfect. So we're gonna button this up here and then we're gonna find where the reel seat is, and we're just going to go straight down this. So I'm going to do 4. Stupid dog. 4. And then we're just going to go every 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, so on and so forth. What is my wife doing with that damn dog? Alright, and that's 20, 24, and 28. Now here's where we bring this down. We're going to put it back on the 4 marks, close this down a little bit, and that keeps us perfectly in line. Okay, so now we can do the 24 and 28. And remember, this guide's going to go here, so this is probably way more than enough, but I like to always go past. Now, we need to be exactly on the other side of the rod. That's where this piece of tape we just put on, we just cut, comes in handy because that's completely the distance around the rod. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this piece of tape in half, and now that's half the rod right there. See how I got a bunch of these taped on here? And then what we'll do is we're going to put this here. Going to loosen this jig up. And then we're going to spin this around the rod. Okay. So that is that side. And then this is going to be this side. Now we're halfway around the rod. Now, we went 4 on that side. What stinks is we need to be on 2 on this side of the wrap. So we're going to be kind of right on that piece of tape there. And then we're going to move that to 0. And then we'll do our 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 24 and 28. Now when we turn this, we should be, let's loosen this jig up so we don't wipe our marks off. And now when we turn this, we should be, see that one's on 2, that's on 6, but when we spin it, that should be on 4. So let's put this on 2, 6, spin it, 4. See it? So that's directly halfway in between. So that's it. That's our marks. Now we're ready to start figuring out. Obviously, I said in the beginning, we're doing the Chevron wrap. And I do like to do the Chevron wrap at 4 centimeters on this rod blank. This rod blank shows, if you do the math like all the old timers, shows 3 centimeters. But I like it to be a little stretched out, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do is put this back in our rod wrapping machine. We're going to zoom back out and get it all set up to go. And then we're going to start wrapping this thing.